give. Some of us just give our kids everything. And they come in church and they go right back out the door. You see them when they were a baby. You see them as a teenager and adult. You're like, Lord, what happened to that child? As the founder of the Tampa Bay Academy of Hope, I work with youth battling with two of the biggest counterfeits of worth: beauty and intelligence. The two biggest counterfeits that I battle with every day with the kids, and I see thousands of them. They're battling with their beauty and their intelligence. Beauty, the so-called golden corn, I say, of human worth, is the most popular counterfeit among our school youth today. In my program, I've learned that kids have learned and established the good-looking rule of beauty. They've established their rules, but where did they get those rules from? We say we're Seventh-day Adventist, we say we're Christian. Where did they get these rules from? And why did they hold on to these rules more so than the rules or the laws that all of us can compete on? Each of us as adults can get in here, we can battle all day with the rules or the laws or the covenants we know them to be. But why is it our kids holding on to those like they should, but they're yet battling with these issues of wanting to be beautiful and intelligent? Let's move on. So the goal here, these are the rules that they've established, Pastor. The cutest face, the cutest face, the latest hairstyle, thinnest shape, the latest pimples. You got some people going to put pimples on their face now. Oh yeah, they do it. Our kids are doing it. And the best wardrobe. You see, this is the rules that they've created in the beauty. Some young people, girls in particular, in our program believe that if they are thin, their worth is greater. Let me repeat that for the young lady, not to downplay you, but I got to talk to you. Some young girls, young people, girls in particular, believe if they are thin, their worth is greater. In an attempt to gain this greater worth, some are willing to starve themselves even to literally death. Many young people that can't meet the standard of thinness, however unrealistic it might be, cannot see themselves with worth just as much as those who are thinner. Kids have learned and established the not so good looking rule in my program. This is being overweight is one of the rules that they play with. Having a pizza face, they call it. Go figure. Wearing clothes from Goodwill stores. And then there are those kids I watch, the nicest kids in the world, but not part of the in crowd if one does not have good looks, Pastor. I see it every day. I see it every day. Chanel is one of the students in my program, and Chanel had been getting into fights in her school. Of course, we're one of the 8 largest districts in the United States in Hillsborough County. Chanel is in my program, and I go to her school. We have clubs in all these schools. I'm in just about every school. I'm one of the #1 speakers in the school district. So Chanel is in the program, and Chanel's getting into all of these fights, trying to be accepted. She wanted to be thin and petite and all the things she's battling with. And finally, I get a call on the phone, and Chanel is in the emergency room. But let's back it up, Pastor. Let's back it up. I get the call and I said, then I find out what happened. Chanel takes her grandmother pressure pills. Chanel then takes some pine salt. Chanel then takes some Windex. She takes some Drano and some ammonia, whatever it was about 5 chemicals. She then drops all the pills into her mouth and then takes and pours the chemicals into a glass and she drinks it behind me. By the time I get to the hospital and they had pumped her stomach and moved all the chemicals out, Chanel survived this one. Chanel wanted to be thin. Chanel wanted to be accepted. Chanel wanted to be validated. This counterfeit work that she thought was what she needed to have, and these people were beating her down, and so she felt like she was suffocating. I said, Chanel, why did you wanted to take your life? She says, I couldn't take it anymore. That's a counterfeit word. You see? And Chanel, she's doing fine now. She's a senior now. Chanel is, hopefully we expect her to go to a good college. Everybody don't go to college, but this one came. Then let's take a look at intelligence. The supposed silver coin of human worth. Parents may rate children by how smart they are. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I see it every day. Too often we hear parents call children stupid or dumb, inappropriate, demeaning, belittling. Somebody did you like that. So you thinking it's okay and you're accepting that social behavior in a society that kids are searching for a sense of worth. Here, if a child hears it enough, or even an adult, they will believe it. If a person believes it, they'll stop trying to learn and live down the label attached to him or her. Some children are smart. Some children are smart. Always excel. Always at the top of the class. Expect to be at the top of their profession someday. What if it didn't happen? B's and C's instead of A's, passed up by others smarter than them. The result that I see, damaging, crushed egos, ruined self-esteem, because our children's sense of worth depended on intelligence and their academic performance. They are damaged goods. If you're following me, right? You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. So many of our youth in my program, they get judged their worth based upon their skin color. Others view the youth as a problem in my program as opposed to just a human being. These kids, when they put on their uniform jackets and we go places, my wife always compliments on it. But when the community sees them coming, they see them as though they got problems. You just don't understand. You really got more problems than they do. You just in denial. They're looking at it saying, how do I stay respectful to this society that has gone awry?